What is happening, everybody? So tonight, finally, we got some peppers. We're going to start off caramel Primotalii. It's a beautiful looking pepper. Caramels aren't as common, I don't think. I don't see the caramel Primotalii as often as I see the chocolate, the red, and even the mustard variant. I don't see the caramels too often. I've had these before, but not as often or as much as I've had the reds, chocolates, and mustards. And they're all just absolutely stunners. Super hot. Again, Primotalii, the original Primotalii, created by Mr. Chris Saunders of the UK. They're 1 million to 2.2 million, somewhere up in there. It was created by crossing the 7-Pot Primo, Troy Primo creation, and the Fatali. So you've taken a super hot pepper, crossed it with a medium hot pepper, the Fatali. Fatalis are hot to me. They're not considered super hot based on Scoville rating and what some people think, but Fatalis burn me, I'll tell you. Anyways, Mr. Nathan Brady is who grew this, sent this box of peppers to me. I'm super excited. The business name, he's got a Facebook page, I believe, called just Super Hot Peppers of Lumberton, Texas. So again, he's out of Lumberton, Texas. That's where this hails from. I'm excited. So I went for the hottest pod in the box right off the jump. There's a couple chocolate Primatalis in there. I'm not a big fan of chocolate Primatalis, I'll be honest, and these are just about as hot. So I decided to roll with this. So the chocolates are in there too. That might be a little bit harder, but he also sent a nice big Apocalypse Scorpion. That could be the hottest pod in the box as well. You just never really know. But Primatalis, super hot. One other word of advice for Nathan if he catches this video, and again, it's just me being picky. Every consumer is going to be different, right? For me personally, I like to take photos of the peppers that I eat, or at least review for thumbnails, just to post to social medias to talk about the growers and the pepper itself. Plus, it's always fun to look back at peppers, because they're so unique and just different. So I would just suggest when you're labeling, don't use duct tape. It's too hard for me to get off without pulling the stem all the way off. So I ended up having to cut the stem on this guy real small. So just something personal for me. I get the idea behind the duct tape. It makes it more secure. That fucking label isn't going anywhere, All right. So this is the first real super hot. I did eat a Carolina Reaper and a couple other pod reviews I did early this season. A friend of mine in Northern California sent me just a small handful of peppers. I reviewed each one of those. That was about a month and a half ago now. And I cooked with the rest, and it's been phenomenal. But this is really the first pods of the season from, somebody that grows a lot of different varieties. My buddy in California sent me those. He only grows, he grows habaneros too, but like maybe 6 varieties, so pretty small. Anyways, let's get it. Oh wow. Uh-oh. Hell of a job, Nathan. That's a hot caramel Primotalii. Wow. It's been a while. I got True with me. It's a good day. It's one of the hotter caramel Primatalis I can remember having. I can already feel it in the top of the stomach. Just sitting there brewing. Getting ready for a tear. A lot of saliva. A lot of oils in there. Wow. Little stem for the birds today. Wow. So that feels substantially hotter than the Reaper I ate like a month and a half ago. Wow. Maybe we should have started with something less. I don't know. But it's not bad in the mouth right now. It was rough on the tongue at first, and then my tongue got used to it. But it is all over the throat, especially this side and center. And man, my stomach's already taken a beating. I didn't prep a whole lot. Ate a little lunch at work a little while ago. But I figured we'll just jump in the deep end, get it going. I've been missing pods so much, so this is tearing me up though. hell of a job. Hell of a pod. It was beautiful. Nice shape to it. Nice little tail. Nice color. Eyes are glossy as shit, but they're not dripping yet. They might not. But man, the top of the stomach is just, you can just feel it already. Nose is running pretty good. Both sides. Whew. Starting to feel a little bit of a head rush. It's got me breathing heavy. I needed that though. Wow, how I've missed it. But man, that's hot. I don't know, it's, again, my tolerance is shit right now, so I might be experiencing it hotter than it truly is, but it feels 1.7, 1.8 maybe. Because that Carolina Reaper I ate a month and a half ago I talked about was hot. It wasn't a shitty Reaper, but I handled it better than this. And my tolerance, I guess, might have been a little better, but I needed that pepper burp. Woo! That'll take all your stresses away, I'll tell you. Flavor. Reminded me a lot of a mustard pod. Yeah, earthy, no sweet notes, no floral, slight bitter. But you know, that's my flavor of pot. That's my style of pepper, for sure, flavor-wise and heat-wise. Really enjoyable all around. Again, from the shape, the aesthetics, the color, the way the pod looked, flavor, heat, burn, really nice. The heat's starting to dissipate now a little bit. We're coming down now. Yeah. You know, normally in the off season, last year I was burning pretty hard with tink and challenges. Years prior, mostly just challenges, as I'm not a big fan of tink. This off season, few challenges here and there, but absolutely no tincture. And just fucking doing food videos, you know what I mean? Sauces, things like that. So my tolerance is noticeably down from, you know, where it normally is at this point in the season, you know, but they'll make it funner, I think, because that was mean, but a good mean. Like I said, I would surmise 1.7, 1.8. Could possibly be lower, you know, but it's hitting me like 1.7, 1.8, you know. So that's kind of how I judge the peppers, right? I probably wouldn't test it 1.8, but it's fucking hitting that hard. And number one, I think because it is an early season pod, they can be hot. It's a Primotalii. They're all fucking hot, let's just be honest. Yeah, my tolerance is low, so. But again, Nathan, my man, this, again, guys, anybody watching this video, friends, this is the first time I've gotten peppers from this gentleman, and solid experience. I saw he posted some boxes out on the interwebs, and they weren't labeled. He had like maybe 8 boxes up. They looked good, but I was gonna hold off because I want labeled pods. And it was maybe a day or two later, you know, he still had like maybe 5 of the boxes left. So I thought, what the fuck, let's just reach out. I've had guys tell me, no, I will not label the box. I don't have time. Even if I say I'll pay more, those growers I usually don't go back to. I don't. And again, it's everybody's, you know, what they want to do. You know, he responded back, no problem, I'll label them. And I said, I'll pay more. We got around, he said, what box you want, blah, blah, blah. I got to it. We got everything handled. And I said, how much? I said, how much extra to label them? I know what I've paid in the past, what I think's fair. And old boy just said, no extra charge, I'm going to take care of it for you. Ooh, there's something biting me on the ear, man. What the fuck? So, God bless you. Thank you for that. Reasonable price on the peppers. Again, some beautiful peppers in there. A lot of weird crosses and things. So, I don't know how long, you know, the guy's been growing, but that's a great pepper. So, anyways, long video. I love you guys. Thank you for burning with me. And we'll be back with another one soon.